Howdy, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. I sure am. I'm actually going to be getting married to my wife. We're having our ceremony here in 2 days. So, feeling ecstatic about that, especially grateful. And I was doing a lot of reflection, what got me to where I am today? Having a business, having a wife, having a family of fur babies, and just feeling at this point of success, right? So, we're going to explore something a little more conceptual and not necessarily related to sales training today, but if you get this foundation nailed, it'll change your life. And what this topic is actually a concept from my mentor, Jim Fortin, of be, do, have. Now, I'll explain that here in a second, but most people are operating from have, do, be, the inverse. Now, the model of be, do, have flips it on its head to where I have to be successful in my mind and my presence first, then do things a successful person would do and have things that a successful person would have. So like I was saying, most people are operating from, it's almost a place of scarcity, a place of lack where I have to have all this first before I can do anything and be the person I want to be. But when you flip it on its head like that, it changes your world. It changes the way you view everything, changes the way you show up. And it overall just is the real way to move towards success a lot quicker than have, do, be. Now, to kind of contextualize this and give some examples around it is, I used to want to, I did still want to, but I used to really just want to be successful as my end goal rather than being successful first. So I would think to myself, I have to have more money to do that, to hire people. I have to have more money to run advertising, or I have to have, the certain body that I want to do things that I consider myself as successful, right? But again, it's operating from a place of, if I was somebody who would have those things and be successful, then I would have it already, if that makes sense. So something is lacking from that picture. I need to change my foundation, how I'm showing up, to then do those things and then have those things. So from that perspective, to again share some specific examples from my journey, I started showing up when I first started implementing this piece. Who do I want to be? I want to be somebody who runs a successful business. I want 20K months. I want to have a very clear, controlled speaking style. I want to show up and be the best salesperson I can be. I want to create amazing content that provides value and helps people. And instead of being from the place of, I have to have all this stuff first before I can do that, no, I stepped into the reality of me already having those things. Even if in the beginning it might have been a little bit delusional, it still really allowed me to operate from a higher place, a higher energetic state, to where then I can provide value and do all these things and show up in that better way. And what this did was actually just so crazy. It completely shifted who I was. I noticed that, when I'm in modes of scarcity, I'll talk super fast and I'll try to make sure I'm taking up as little room and little space as possible, make sure my point gets across, and then, upwards inflection, like, is that okay with you? Like, does that sound good? And when I stepped into this state of, at least in my mind, already having this success, having these things, I was very relaxed, just very lean back in my chair, taking notes here and there, taking time, being okay with silence, and really just creating a comfortable environment for myself and the person I was talking to, selling to, building a relationship with, whatever it may be. And also some great things that changed is, what does somebody who's successful do? What are their values? Well, they're probably integral. They're probably disciplined. They get their work done. They focus on high leverage activities. They are executing, not just sitting here being a entrepreneur and thinking. And that shifted everything. I started to do it and it felt very natural. I'd wake up. Okay, what do I have on my plate today? Knock it out, knock it out, knock it out. Okay, get a workout in, make sure I'm taking care of my health, meditate, make sure I'm taking care of my mental space. And it made those things effortless. Now, when you try to do those things and you aren't first coming from the place of being somebody who does those things, there can be a lot of resistance. You get very antsy. I can be the person that, I want to sit and play a lot of video games, or, I don't want to do a lot of hard work, or I don't want to work out. I just want to relax. And so when you have those foundations as your being, it makes it very difficult for you to step in and go out and do those things. But when your being is coming from a place of discipline, integrity, routines, morning routines, nighttime routines, things become effortless, and you actually achieve your end goal of having those things way faster than operating from the have, do, be model. So I know I showed a couple of different examples, and I hope this is making sense to you on that piece, that if you're wanting change in your life, stop looking at the external world around you to provide those things to you. You need to stop relying on other people and other things to get you to where you want to be. When you take responsibility and you become you become the person that has these things will naturally fall into place, and you will create the life that you want effortlessly. So applying this be, do, have tactics to becoming the best salesperson, for example, for you to practice, think in your mind, what does the best salesperson do? You're probably not going to skip out on outreach. You're probably not, going to rush through and not have at least a general script for a proposal, for a discovery call, for example. You're going to be prepared. You're going to be calm. You're going to speak clearly. Things are going to flow effortlessly. And so it opens up the opportunity to create the life you want from the foundation rather than creating the life you want from things you have. So I hope you'll get a chance to apply this concept in your life. Absolutely life-changing. Love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Have a discussion with you about this piece, because this is the foundation to making any change you want in your life and actually making that change. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. We'll talk soon.